So there are quite a few new suits coming for Spider-Man 2. Now it seems like a lot of these are from the deluxe edition, however just like with the pre-order bonus on the first Spider-Man game, you will still be able to get them, you just have to earn them and we'll get them straight away. And honestly, if I was getting the deluxe edition, I'd almost want to opt out of that because I really do enjoy earning things. Granted, you likely get it from just leveling up, but it is still nice to feel like I'm actually working towards earning it instead of just having it on day one. So first we got the tactical suit. It gives very Future Foundation vibes and I actually do kind of like it. It's got a very techie look to it also, which I'm not as big of a fan of, but I do get why it is like that. I'd give it a solid 7 because it kinda lacks originality, but it is still cool looking. Next we got the AURANTIA suit, which if I'm being honest looks a little weird. It kinda reminds me of Spider Carnage with the orangey yellow and red mixed together, but its face just for some reason just looks like a bird. I don't know, it's like the eyes and then the part of his mouth, it kinda looks like a beak. It's kind of weird. And it does give me MCU Iron Spider vibes if I'm being completely honest, which take that as you will, but I wouldn't exactly say that's a good thing. It's just okay. I'd give it like a 5 out of 10. I don't think I'd actually really use this more than once. However, the 25th century suit is something else. It looks really cool. It leans way more into the futuristic style than the tactical suit, and in a very good way. It kind of looks like a spacesuit if I'm being honest, especially with that helmet. And I'm very interested to see what the rest of the suit will look like from the bottom up. Because you can kind of see Spider-Man's regular arms poking through the, well, armor. So hopefully the bottom half won't let it down. I'll give it an 8 out of 10 with a question mark. Next we've got the Stone Monkey suit, which is kind of a weird and random name to give it, but okay. I feel like they kind of missed the mark with this suit. It could have looked absolutely great, but it doesn't seem to commit to anything. It kind of reminds me of the 1602 Spider-Man suit, but then it's also futuristic, and then it's also got this yellow spider and yellow eyes. If they had actually made it the 1602 suit, then it would be a lot better, but instead it's just okay. I'll give it the same score I gave the AURANTIA suit, a 5 out of 10. Next for Peter, we got the APUNKALYPTIC suit. This suit looks really good. I'm not quite sure if I prefer it to the Spider-Punk suit from the first game, but it definitely has its own unique quirks. The yellow eyes are amazing, I like how it's integrated with technology, and the hair, while I usually don't like on Spider-Man suits, actually looks quite good here. One thing I don't like, however, is the random dots on his forehead and beneath his eyes. It just looks weird. Other than that though, this is a solid suit, a 7 out of 10. Finally, he's got these Arachknight suits, which come in 4 different color variations. I'm not really into hooded suits, it's just not my thing, but the one which I do really like is the purpley blue one. It kind of gives symbiote suit vibes, especially with the big white spider. Collectively, I'd give them a 7 out of 10. So that's it for Peter's new suits. Moving on to Miles. First, we've got the ENCODED suit, which again is another technology based suit. I kind of wish less suits focused on technology and more on practicality. I feel a little too many of Insomniac suits rely on technology. It looks okay, but am I the only one who just immediately thought Yellow Jacket from Ant-Man and the Wasp? I mean, the resemblance is uncanny. This suit's a 6 out of 10. Next we got the Red SPECTRE suit, which is an awesome name by the way. I really like how it uses Miles' dreadlocks in the design for the suit. And I also really like that it involves zero technology. This suit is completely practical. And you know, I can definitely put up with the hood here. 8 out of 10. Next we got the AGIMAT suit. I really like it. It's got this purple and gold aesthetic, and I think those two colors go really well together. It's something I would definitely use on Miles. 8 out of 10. The biomechanical suit is quite odd. It kind of looks like just a technological version of his regular suit. However, it clearly makes a few changes, especially around the mouth. For some reason, he looks like Spooderman on the mouth. I don't know what it is. I'm not big into this suit. It gets a 5 out of 10 for me. The TOKUSATSU suit is my favorite suit for Miles. I love the glowing red and black aesthetic. I absolutely love the spider, and I really like how the top half where the spider is a separate piece to the full suit. However, the helmet gives off Power Ranger vibes. Like, come on, he literally looks like a Power Ranger. Other than that though, I think the suit looks great. Another 8 out of 10 for me. And finally, we've got Miles' 4 color variation suits. Overall, they're quite unimpressive to me, at least in comparison to Peter's, which also didn't impress me too much. The only thing that intrigues me is the cloak on his back. That could look interesting in gameplay, but I don't know. I also think it's weird that he doesn't have any sort of spider on his chest. I think that would make the suit a lot better, and unlike Peter, I don't think any of the color variations are that good. I'd give it a 7 out of 10. So that's it. Overall, the suits are good. I wouldn't say any of them are wildly bad, but I also wouldn't say any of them are wildly good. They're just okay. However, I'd be really disappointed if we don't get the suits from the first game back. All they gotta do is port them over, they don't even have to remaster them. If these are the only optional suits we have in the game, then that will suck. And I suppose all this won't matter once the inevitable PC port comes out. But for the time being, I think it's important we have a good variety of suits. It's really weird to me that we have no Spider-Verse suits. Now I know Miles Morales had a Spider-Verse suit in his game, but if that suit doesn't get ported over to Spider-Man 2, then we won't have any. Also, the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit. Everybody wanted that in the last game. This was the perfect opportunity to add it, but they haven't. Perhaps they will add that suit post-launch, but I think it'll almost be too late. That could be a serious selling point for the game, especially with all of Andrew Garfield's new hype after No Way Home. Or is it going to be another situation like the Raimi suit, where people are just going to beg and cry on Twitter until they eventually add it? Let me know in the comments below what you think, but that's all for this video. Thanks for watching.